Today, I'm going to show you how to create a high converting welcome series flow within Klaviyo. This flow has been able to scale e-commerce brands almost 8 to 9% just off of one single flow. This is probably one of the most important flows that you'll ever use in your email marketing game. So stay tuned and I'll show you exactly how we've set up flows for our clients and increase their revenue by almost 10%. So today I'm going to show you exactly how to create a welcome series flow. This flow is the exact steps that we take to create a baseline for our clients, and it's helped them almost generate 8 to 9% in just revenue off of one flow itself. This flow, the welcome series flow, is going to be the most important flow that you ever create in your journey. This is the first time a customer is ever going to interact with any email from you, so it's important that you get this spot on and that you continue to optimize and test so you can hit those KPIs and make sure that your customers really resonate with your message and your sequence. So with that being said, let's go ahead, jump right into it and get started. So what you'll want to do is you want to come over to your Klaviyo account. You want to select flows on the left-hand side. It'll bring you to a page like this. I currently have no flows right now. This is just a demo account to show you exactly how to set one up. So you want to hit create in the top right corner, bring you to a page like this, and you'll want to search welcome, your welcome series. And you'll want to click on the welcome series without the green button. So it's going to be this welcome series standard. And then from there, you're going to want to go ahead and name it. So you can just leave as welcome series. And then the trigger. The trigger is important. This is going to be the list that that your customers sign up into. So make sure that whatever sign up form or embedded form that you have on your website is going directly to the list that you select there. So for demonstration purposes, I will just keep it as newsletter, and then we'll go ahead and create the flow. Okay, so once the flow is created, you'll have 3 emails, a trigger, some time delays. That's a great start to work on, but we're going to make some changes. So the first change we're going to make is we're going to add a flow filter. What you're going to want to do is you'll just click on this, and click on flow filters and then add a flow filter. And what we're going to put is when someone has placed an order 0 times since starting this flow. So you can just search placed order 0 times since starting this flow. And what this flow filter will do is once they do start this flow, they receive your first email and say they make a purchase off that first email, they'll be immediately kicked out of this flow. So they won't be receiving these follow-up emails. Okay, then from there, what you're going to want to do is we have our first email. We like to typically do a 4 email sequence. It's totally up to you and your brand and how many emails you think it will work. Like I said, you have to continuously optimize for what works. You can add emails, you can decrease the amount of emails. Maybe you want to add an email because you think you can squeeze a little bit extra revenue, but this all comes with time and data to make those decisions. But as a baseline, we just like to start with 4. So for the first email, what we like to do for it is this is going to be our brand introduction, our story, who we are, and then an offer. So usually when they sign up through your sign up form, you have to give them an incentive to sign up, because why else would they want to sign up? They want to sign up to receive some sort of offer. So what I see a lot is the offer being 10% off or free shipping. You can play around with what offer works for you, but you're just going to restate that offer in your email, maybe restate the code. So if it's welcome 10, that's what I see a lot. You'll have that welcome 10 in there. You also want to have a brand introduction. Tell your story. Who are you? What do you guys represent? And really try to resonate with your new customer. And then just for some settings, I always like to have UTM tracking on and then smart sending off. Smart sending, pretty much it won't send an email if they've already received an email in a certain time frame that you picked. But with our flows that we set up for our clients, there's no overlap between flows, so they won't be bombarded with tons of emails. It's just the way that we've set it up, so I like to just turn that off. And then for the time delays, now this is a little bit tricky. You have to play around with your brand and your company, how often you want these emails to be in sequence. Typically, I like to start the first one, or they get the second one within a day. And I usually unclick delay until a specific time of day. It just doesn't really matter if it's like at 12 or at 9. It's like whenever this first email was probably sent would work. And then we move on to our second email. Now for the second email, I like to do features, benefits, plus social proof. So within this, I like to, state, what are some features of the products? What are some benefits? How can this product help you? How can it make your life better? And then I also like to give some sort of social proof. No one wants to be the first person to buy. They want to see what other people are buying, their experiences with your company. So it's good just to add some positive social proof in there to give them a little bit more confidence to make that initial buying decision. And then for the settings, keep them all the same: UTM tracking, smart sending it off. And then you might be wondering, okay, you're kind of telling me what to put in this email, but like, how do I actually edit that email or design it? What you want to do is you'll just click here and you can select edit, and you can create your subject, your preview text. Then you can go within here and create a whole design of your email. I won't get into this video, but if you do want to see how to design these emails, I'll definitely do a video on that. Just let me know below in the comments. Okay, so we went over email 1, we got email 2, now we have email 3. Email 3, I like to add a little bit more confidence to their decision. So what I like to do is an educational piece. This could be a blog post, this could be a short video explaining how to use your product or how you make your product. And this just gives them a little extra confidence or a little bit of boost and a better idea of who you guys are and what you guys stand for. It's all about storytelling. How can you create the best story in the most clear and concise way possible? So we went over an introduction plus the offer. We did a features and social proof. So, how can this product benefit you? How can it make your life better? Plus, this is what other people are saying about when they purchase that product. And then educational. Here's how we made it. Here's how to use it. And then I like to add one more email. So you'll want to edit this time delay. Maybe you can put 2 days. 2 days works. That's typically we go 1, 2, and 2, or 1, 2, and 1. It just depends. So we'll add another time delay after this third email. And this is going to be the final email that we send. And this email, we're going to want to select it from here. Just drag it down. And this email is very important. If they've made it all the way through this flow and not purchased, you're going to want to create some sort of urgency. So I like to remind them about the offer plus urgency. And with this urgency, what I'll usually do is that welcome discount is going to expire in 24 hours. So they have 24 hours to make that purchase, or they don't get the discount that you provided or the offer that you initially provided. So like I said, this just creates a sense of urgency and really drives those late conversions if they've gone through this whole entire flow. And then that's just the basic setup that we like to go off of. Now, a lot of this comes into your subject line, your preview text, and the overall email itself. But if you just want, where to get started with a good, solid welcome series flow that will convert, go ahead, use this. What I do like to do, and it depends on the brand, is add a SMS or a text message into the flow. And what's really cool with Klaviyo, you can do that right off the flow. You don't have to use like SMS Bump or any other software to do that. I'll show you exactly how I do that right now. So for the SMS, what you're going to want to do is you want to create a conditional split. So you'll create a conditional split, and this conditional split is if someone or is not has consented to receive text message. So if they have, what you're gonna want to do is save that real quick. You're gonna want to drop in that SMS message, and what this is gonna do, this is just gonna be it's gonna be email one. It's gonna be the same thing as email one. You're going to give them the offer, give them a really brief introduction about who you are, welcome them to your community. And I like to change this delay a little bit. Oh, yeah, perfect. I like to keep the email and the initial text message pretty close. So they'll receive this first email, then 4 hours later, they're going to receive this text message. It's going to be a reiteration. And what this does, it provides a diversified communication channel. So if they have signed up, they will receive the email and the text. And if they haven't, you see this over here, you'll just want to drag this right here. And then you have to add another time delay because we only have this 4 hour time delay. So what you want to do is just put it a day. And then if they haven't received SMS, they will, if they've not consented to it, they'll just go straight to email two. But if they have, they'll get this first text message from them. I like doing this. It's a little bit creative. I don't see many other brands or e-commerce stores doing this. So it's cool to just be a little bit different and see what works. Text message has a almost 98% open rate, and it's very popular, especially with younger generations. So it's cool just to try out and see what happens. If the message doesn't work, just go ahead and delete it. If it does, maybe you can add another text message in here and here and here. But what I do recommend is not overdoing it with the message, with the text messages. You want to pick and choose where you place those because you don't want to spam them off their phone because they're going to receive that immediately and they're probably going to open it immediately, and you don't want to come across as spammy. So that is exactly how we set up our welcome flow for our clients. That has been unbelievable, the response and the results that we've gotten them. And like I said earlier, this is just a baseline. So once we run it for 1 to 2 weeks, we gather some data. We'll make adjustments. Sometimes we'll add flows, we'll decrease or add emails, we'll decrease emails. It all depends on the data and the KPIs that we have set up. And with that being said, I hope you found this video helpful and useful, and that you can take away some tips and implement them today, and let me know what that does for you. And if you're currently running a welcome series flow and it's a little bit different than the one I just showed you, let me know how it is or how it's been working. I'd love to hear. I'd love to keep on learning. And with that being said, go ahead, comment, like, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you.